Welcome this morning to another session in the parenting, new parenting. It is important for us to, be a part of this very important session that we deal with parenting for new fathers. And so we have looked on for the last 6 weeks on some very vital things that pertain to the well-being of children. And so we talk about understanding fatherhood, pregnancy, and birth basics. We talk about new care essentials. We talk about emotional well-being for fathers. We talk about parenting style and dynamics. And so this morning, in our final session, we'll be talking about long-term parenting goals. And so I'm so excited to have you joining me this morning in this wonderful 6-week course for new fathers. And so if you're joining us for the first time, I'll ask that you will subscribe to our channel, I See My Baby Men Support, and you can like us on Facebook and on Instagram. And so today we want to focus on this very important topic on parenting, because it is important for new fathers to know that it is important for them to be present in their children's life from conception to birth and from birth throughout the entire process of their growth. Fatherhood is a lifelong journey. It is, in this session, we will focus on how to look ahead and the long-term goals for both yourself as a father and for your children's future. And so I'm excited today to share with you in this topic. And so we go right into our session at this time, and we want to focus on 4 important things. The first things we want to focus on is establishing long-term parenting goals that align with values and vision for your family. It is important that you have a long-term plan for your family. Understanding the evolving role of a father as their children grow is important. And so that's the second thing we'll be focusing on. And throughout their various developmental stage. The third thing we want to focus on is preparing for the future challenges in parenting, and such as emerging adolescence behavior or preparing for higher education. You can't ignore these aspects as a father. They are vital important to have a successful family and to raise your children to be effective in our world today. Because indeed, there are so many things that our children are faced with that are impacting their lives. Now, the fourth thing that we want to focus on is participating in activities that help to bring about a long-term goal for both fathers and children. And so today, parenting does not stop after infancy or toddlerhood. It is a continuous journey that requires foresight and planning. Long-term goals provide direction and help fathers stay engaged, proactive throughout their children's life. And so we are excited this morning to know that as a father, you have taken it in hand to make sure that you are there in your child's life in every way possible, because we see the statistic, we see what's happening in homes where there is no father present, and we don't want for you to be one of those. And so if you are here this morning, you're in the right place, right time, where you can learn important principles and things that can help you grow and raise healthy family. Now, the evolving role of a father is something that we can't overemphasize. As children grow and develop, the role of a father changes. It's essential to recognize that and to adapt to these shift in responsibilities and emotional development, because your child is not going to stay as a baby. The child is going to grow. The child is going to evolve into what the child's supposed to be, a grown adult in the future. Now, infancy to toddler from 0 to 3 years focus on nurturing, bonding, and providing physical care, feeding, diapering, comforting. Fathers often become more involved in establishing routine and providing emotional support to their mother. And it is so vital. And we can't overemphasize your presence. It brings so much to your partner and to your child's well-being that you be present in their life. Now, from preschool to early childhood is another essential era and phase of a child's development. 3 to 6 years old, fathers start to play a bigger role in the emotional and the social development of your children, because this is why we have so much imbalance and so many dysfunctional families, because we don't have both parents playing the role that they ought to be playing in their children's life. Encouraging play, setting boundaries, and modeling appropriate behavior becomes critical for fathers in this stage from 3 to 6 years of age in your child's life. Fathers may be more involved in teaching or exploring with their children at this point, but it is important when a father is absent at this time, the child lose out a whole lot, particularly if it's a boy, he lose out so much. As a father, you want to model that type of a life before him. Now, when we talk about middle childhood, we're talking about from 6 years old until 12. It is important that fathers become a key figure in supporting their children's intellectual growth and extracurricular activities. So the children need to have their father at this point, to be there. And I'm encouraging our fathers, don't be absent, be present. They continually to provide discipline. Father is needed to provide discipline, modeling problem solving skills, and becoming more active in school related activities. So when your child have you in their lives from 0 to 3, from 3 to 6, from 6 to 12, there's so much that your child derives from you being present in their lives. We talk about from 12 to 18, the adolescent years of your child's life. The role shifts from direct guidance to a more advisory, supportive role. But nevertheless, it is still essential, it's still important to be there in this critical moment where your children has grown through the different stages. Father, help adolescents navigate the challenges of independence, peer pressure, and future decision like higher education or career path. Now, we see that technology is impeding and impacting on our children's life, because as simple as from 0 to 3, we start giving them phones, we start giving them tablets and computers. And oftentimes, there's nothing wrong with giving them an opportunity to learn via these devices, but it cannot be that their minds are overtaken and they are given so much screen time that they don't grow, they don't play, they don't know what it is like to go to the park, what it is like to do things around the home. And so if we are going to win our children in this world where there's so many things that are competing for their minds, competing for their hearts, as fathers, we're going to have to be present. Being an active and involved father means adjusting your approach to meet the changing needs of your child, right? Are your children. Understanding these stages can help fathers prepare for their growth overall. And so we're encouraging our fathers as we look this morning on the evolving role of a father. It is a constant change. It's a constant growth process where you have to be aware of the things that are impacting your children's life and how much you are needed to be present in every aspect of their life. And so educational and development milestone to look forward to. And so every father wants to look forward to the different milestone in your child's life, and equally your child wants you to be a part of that, part of their life. Now, infancy to early childhood milestone, physical development, sitting up, walking, and finding their motor skills and cognitive development, learning to recognize shapes, colors, and basic concept, letters, numbers, social development, beginning to interact with peer, learning basic social clues and emotion. It is so vital. I can remember when our daughter spoke her first word and when she began to identify colors and stuff. That was exciting for me because you see the child developing and you realize that the growth is taking place. Middle childhood milestone. Physical development, increased coordination, strength, and agility, and cognitive development. This development of our critical thinking, problems solving skills, and the ability to understand more complex concepts. A social development, peer relationship become more important, and the ability to collaborate and emphasize and increase. No, so what we're talking about, a child's development is so important for their future success. And it is so important as a father that you're in that process of growing with your child as the child grow. Adolescence milestone, physical development, puberty, physical growth, and changing in appearance, cognitive development, ability to think abstractly, plan for the future, and reflect on values. How beautiful it is for a father to be in the educational and developmental milestone that your child is going through. As your child grows, there will be key milestones in their education and development. These milestones will be for your as a parent, your goals, and help them to prepare for the future. I can remember watching our daughter Kayla, as she grow, I usually operate a video company, and we would, do a lot of different work. We produce weddings, we do a lot of functions, and she would watch us sit by the computer editing and preparing these different things that we were doing. And she would watch us in the field, videotaping events. And we notice as a 3 to 4 year old child should go on the computer and she's tried to do things. And as she evolves and get into the different stages of growth, when she reaches high school, we recognize that she was very talented and gifted in terms of computer. And there we support and encourage her skills. And today she's a computer scientist. It is important for you as a father to be aware of what your child is gifted at and what the child can do, because being present and seeing and growing with your child allows your child to have the best future. You know how to guide and direct your child. Each of these milestones provide an opportunity for fathers to be involved in their children's development, from supporting academic success to helping them navigate in friendship. And this is so important because the relationships that your children form can determine a whole lot of how they will strive, grow, and succeed in this very brutal world we're in, because we're in a world that is changing, a world that is becoming more immoral, a world that is becoming more corrupt, and in trying to corrupt the minds of our youth and our children to see things from a different perspective. We want to raise our children in a godly way. We want to raise them in the fear of God. We want to raise our children having strong moral values, raising them to serve God and to be good citizens of their country and their communities. And so it doesn't matter where you are in the world, it is important to know that you have a responsibility. The Bible did say, train up your child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart. So a child must be given the opportunity to learn and grow in a healthy environment. And so this morning, I am so excited to be here, share with you in this final lesson, preparing for the future, challenges as a parent. And so what are the things that you have to prepare for? Parenting does not come with a set of instruction. Each stage of your child's development, life present new challenges. Because when your child was born in the hospital or whether in the home, wherever the child was born, you didn't get a manual. for how to raise this child. Preparing for these challenges early on will help you feel more confident in your parenting journey as a father. And so we're encouraging you, if you're a new father, if you're a father that has been there for many years and have raised your children in the way that you are, we salute you, right? But we want our fathers to be present. Here, we're encouraging fathers in South Georgia and North and South Florida to be a part of your children's life, and across the world, wherever you are watching from this morning. Prepare for these challenges means staying informed, being adaptable, and always looking in the line of communication, open with your children. You must have an open line of communication, always checking in to make sure that they're striving, they're growing, that they're achieving their goals as you look on the long-term goal for yourself as a father and your children. Now, adolescence and identifying information is important. Adolescent begins to form their own identity, which can lead to conflict and sometimes pushback from parents, because they are now forming their own personalities. They are now determining what their future is going to look like. But you have to be there in the process, right? The preparation process. There are challenges that will happen in this process, right? But also, if there's preparation, encouraging open communication, respect their growing independence, and provide guidance without being overbearing. And so, as they move in, getting ready to move into adulthood, it is important as a parent that you are very much present, very much helpful, loving, caring, and strong in supporting them. Navigating peer pressure and social media is one of the things that I think a lot of us as parents and fathers has not been paying much attention to. And so we see that the rise in child suicidal tendency, because they are so locked and in social media. There are so many corrupt and evil things are being poured into them, right? The challenges as children grow older, peer pressure and social media and the influence of friends can become significant factors. Yes, many of them enter into participating in drugs and drinking and all the different things, that is unhealthy for their well-being. And so if you're there, preparation, foster open discussion about values, self-respect, and the impact of peer pressure. Teach them how to use social media respectful, because guess what happened? There's a digital footprint that if your child begin from an early stage to post things online that is immoral and things that can truly impact their adulthood. And so we don't want that. So educate them early as fathers. Let them know that they must be, whatever their interaction with social media, there is a digital footprint that will either make them or break them. And so we have to protect them from the immoral web on that they're exposed to in our world today. Now, balancing family life with career and your personal goal is also a very important aspect. It comes with challenge, right? As children grow, the demand of work and personal life may increase. Yes, it will. Some fathers have to change job or have multiple jobs, but you have to be prepared, right? It is challenging, but you got to be prepared. Maintaining a balance between your career, personal growth, and family responsibility. Set clear boundaries and prioritize your family time. It is important that you give your family adequate time to have social activities, to go to church, to prioritize moment of where you share times, holidays. You gotta be there to make sure that your children enjoy you being present in their life. And so as we go on, vision board creation, future goals for you and your children, it is important. We are encouraging parents. I remember setting up vision board for my own self and encouraging our daughter to do so, because when you have a clear picture of what you want to achieve in the world, you are able to work more effectively towards this goal. And so this is an activity that parents and children can participate in, right? What are the four things that you need to do in creating a vision board? Collect material, gather magazine, print images, or use an online platform to create a digital vision board, right? The second thing, identify key goals. Think about what you want for your child's future, academic success, personal growth, emotional health. These are things that when we are talking about creating a vision board that you have to think about. The third thing that you have to focus on as fathers is visualize your role, including your personal goals as a father, such as fostering a supportive environment, teaching values and encouraging independence. You have to grow your children to be strong. If they are grown weak and not understanding responsibility and accountability in this world, they will be crushed by the weight of our society. The fourth thing that you need to consider if you're going to be building a vision board is assembling the board, arrange images, quote, and words that represents your vision for your family's future, right? It is important. A vision board can serve as a powerful tool to clarify long-term goals and reflect on how to adapt to the future changes that will occur as a father and your child will also experience as they grow through the stages. And so this morning, I am so excited to know that we're in the last lesson on new fathers, and in terms of learning how to grow with your child from conception to birth and from birth through the different stages. And so, conclusion and reflection. Fatherhood is an ever-evolving journey, and preparing for the future requires flexibility, Father. We got to be flexible. Foresight and a commitment to being the best parent you can be is important, fathers. By setting long-term goals and understanding developmental milestone as a father and preparing for the challenges ahead, you are sure to know you're going to have success. You will be able to nurture a strong and healthy relationship with your children and remain engaged as a supportive father throughout their life's journey. It is important, right? What should we reflect on? Take a moment to think about your parenting goals for the next 5 to 10 years. What will that look like as a father? How will your child grow? And what will they be doing and achieving? What kind of father do you want to be? These are questions that we got to ask ourselves as a father. What steps can you take now to support your child's growth and development? I am proud of the role that I play in my daughter's life, and I'm so every time I see her, I am so excited to see how she has evolved. But I was present, that I did everything as a father to make sure that she had the success she now has, and growing in the way that she's growing in our world. And so I want the same for every father. Here this morning, I want the very same. And so what can I say? Congratulations to all our new fathers. You have completed the 6 weeks of this transformative fatherhood journey. Whether you are expecting a child or already deep into your parenting experience, you have made a commitment to your role as a father. And that's something to be proud of. And I'm so proud of all those who take the time out to share in these 6 weeks of course, because we can't know too much. We can't know too much. And so as I come to a conclusion this morning in this session, I just want to reemphasize moving forward with confidence. Every father should able to move forward in confidence. We know that there are a lot of fathers who, because of circumstances, have immense challenges and are going through, and we are not ignorant to the challenges that our fathers are faced with, particularly in rural areas and certain part of our world. And everything is changing so much that we know that fathers are being impacted. Now, as you move forward in your journey as a father, here are a few final thoughts from me to you this morning. Embrace the uncertainty. Yes, we're going to have to embrace the uncertainty. Fatherhood is full of unknowns, and no one has all the answers. Be open to learn and growing and adapting. That is important. My second advice are to you this morning: prioritize your well-being. Make sure that you're in a good, healthy mind space. Remember that being a great father starts with taking care of yourself. Your physical, emotional health are critical for the supporting of your child or your family. You can't be the best father, the best husband, a spouse, if you are not in a good, healthy mindset, right? Stay present, be actively involved in your children's life. The little moments of connection, whether it's reading together or simply being there, have a lasting impact. You can't calculate how impactful your presence is in your child's life. It is worth it. It is important to be there. Building a strong support system. Surround yourself with other fathers, mentors, and a supportive network that can help guide you through your challenges. If you need to get a coach in your life, someone to help you, to motivate you, to stimulate you to be the best father that you need to be, but never fall back, never be absent, but always be present. Keep your goals in mind, whether it is being emotional, available, teaching life skills, or creating lasting memories. Keep those long-term parenting goals in sight. Never forget that vision board now. Make sure that it is available to look at, both you and your children, our child, right? Encouragement. You are already taking the first step towards becoming a great father by committing to this journey. Stay focused, stay connected, and never stop learning. Your child is lucky to have you as a father in their life, and so are you. Fatherhood is a powerful journey that changes you for the better. And so I'm happy this morning that you have taken this time out to be a part of this beautiful 6-week course on new fathers. And I'm so excited to say that this journey was a blessing to be here. And I want to remind all our fathers this morning, you are not alone. We are here to support you on your fatherhood journey. And so, again, if you're joining us for the first time, I'm Pastor Reeves, your host, and I'm inviting you to subscribe to our channel, I See My Baby Men Support. We are located at 310 Scott Street, Georgia, Bainbridge, Georgia, and we are here to support men within the Georgia community and also in Florida. And so we are here wanted to make sure that we provide a medium for which men can grow and strive and be better fathers. And so this morning, I want to say thank you again. Have yourself a blessed and productive day today.